Boy, oh, killing me softly, and I'm still falling.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and as always, Justin's got the tea. So I'm going to get right into it. This video is about toxic people in your life. This includes friends and family. But I'm going to give you 10 signs that I think are huge to see if you have somebody toxic in your life. Number one, they always seem to be focused on the negative things in anything. If you say there was a movie you wanted to go see, they only want to speak about what's negative about the movie. Oh, I hear it's boring. I hear any little thing that you want to do, a toxic person will be negative about it. Ew, chow cheese. Those are people you don't want to be around. That is number one. If you have somebody in your life who's consistently negative about every single thing, that is a toxic sign. You might not feel it, you might not know it. If it's a family member, if it's a friend, if it's an acquaintance, that's somebody you don't want. That's very draining to have to constantly be with someone who's only thinking about the negative. Let's go a step further to sign number two. They never listen. They never listen to anything you say. They never listen to any problem you have. It is only about them. If you are the person who's like this, and you can't name not one thing that you trust in your confidant, if you can't name one thing that that person is going through, you are the problem. You are the person that's the toxic one happening. And that's a person you don't want in your life. If you can't listen to me and you can't tell me not one problem that I have, boo-boo. We not friends. We family. I'm stuck with your ass. But I don't got to be with you because you can't be there for me. So it's got to be give and take, and I think that we have to get into a place where we know that. We understand that. Another thing, if you have a person in your life, and this is the third one, sorry, I just need to go in number order. If you have a person who points out every flaw you have, let's say, for instance, you're uncomfortable because you have a bit of a tummy, you have a little gut, and soon as they have an audience, they start pointing out your stomach. Ooh, don't that shit make her stomach look fat? Or, ooh, she's looking like she gained a little bit of weight. And it's like, it's only to make you laugh. It's only to have fun. We're just poking fun. But it's a flaw that you share with this person. I got news. They're toxic. That is not a friend you want. You don't want friends pointing out some of the things that you feel uncomfortable about. Whether it's a joke or not, that's something that's personal between you and I share with you, and now you're sharing it with the world. That person's jealous of your ass. Walk away from that person. And I know some of you might be like, oh my God, I have a family member like that. Oh my God, I have a friend like that. Yeah, that's not a friend. To me, that's more of a foe. Number four, they get mad at you easily for no reason, for any little thing. You say you want to have orange soda instead of strawberry. That's a little inside thing. And they want you to get that orange soda, and they get mad at you because you didn't take their recommendation, and they're a control freak. Walk away from that person. They're control freaks. They want to control you. They don't want a friend. They want somebody they can control. You get mad at me because I don't want the same thing you have? Bitch, please. I'm moving on. Toxic number four. Let's talk about toxic sign number five. This is a huge one. They're never happy for your success. When you're successful and they're not applauding you for any little thing, you got a job promotion, you got some more money, you got an increase in your raise, you're just living life and loving it, and they're trying to draw you and pull you down and talk about all of the negative things about what just happened for you, run. I want you to think about a person you've known in your life, in your group that you've let go or that you got spread apart. I want you to think about how their toxic behavior and their jealousy of you. Pictures capture a lot. I want you to look up at your past pictures, and you'd be surprised the side eye you see in your photos, the talking, the this, the hate, because photos pick up a lot of energy, and you'll realize, oh, sugar shack shoot got like this person was this person was a little hating, and now you see, like you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You gotta look at those signs. The sixth thing, they always talk about themselves. No matter what it is, they find a way to come back to themselves. Now, I know I used to Tyra Banks a lot. If I was telling a story, I would talk about some of my experiences, but I'm not talking about things like that. I'm speaking of where you're telling about your personal deepest, like you're upset, you're this, and somehow their story reverts right back to them. It becomes about them and what they feel and what they're going through. Please get rid of those people. Toxic. That's toxic. Number 6. Number 7, they don't care enough to keep in touch. And I'm not talking about when you guys are busy in your lives and things happen, because I have a lot of friends who we're all doing things and they live in different states now. But when we get back together, we speak, we picked up right where we left off. I'm not speaking about that. I'm speaking about people that are literally in your borough, in your city, and they still do not keep in touch. You have to hunt them down. Again, they take 10 years to respond to text messages. Like, you're the one who reaches out first, and it's anytime they do reach out, it's like, what do you want now? Those are people that are toxic, guys. And again, you might go back and be like, I have somebody in my life like that. And I spoke about that in my He's Just Not Into You video. If you didn't see that, look at that. That is a good sign, guys. Like, yeah, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. And the thing is, it's not saying that you're not gonna go, you don't reach out to me in 2 days, but you guys know the signs. You will know those people I'm speaking about. So toxic sign number 8 is they're not considering your feelings. And I say that, I'm gonna give an example. You have a mutual acquaintance, and you guys, that person that they're with, you don't like, and they know that they don't like you, yet and still they invite this person now. They don't care that this person make you uncomfortable. That's not a person you want to be with. If you guys have a mutual person that you have a connection with, but that connection, you guys are not getting along and you don't want that person in your circle, and this happens to be your good friend that is bringing this person around that's toxic, dump that person. They're not considering your feelings. They're probably laughing about it behind your back with that person that supposedly doesn't like you. They're in cahoots. Walk away. How many times have we had that situation where we were in a place where we were with someone that made us uncomfortable, yet our friend said, oh, but they're cool. They're not cool. We don't want to be around that person. Number 9 is that they pressure you to do things you don't want to do. That ties into that. Because again, I had a situation where I had a friend. That friend is no longer existed because I realized that this apparent friend wasn't a friend, because I had an individual who he knew didn't like me, but still brought them around, and it was only to create conflict. And this was years ago, clearly, I was a little younger, and I was always forced to do things I didn't want to do because I was trying to appease my friend. But my friend didn't care that I didn't want to do it, and I realized soon, I was like, you know what, this person doesn't have my best interest, and it took me a while to realize it, but when I realized it and cut them off, they didn't want to know, what happened? Why did you not want to mess with me anymore? That's why. I don't fuck with you, to use my language, because you don't care about my feelings. You force me to do things I don't want to do, and you know I'm uncomfortable doing. 10, they are not willing to change. A person who tells you, well, this is who I am, and I don't care, this is how you met me, and I'm never gonna change. Whoop. You don't have to change for me. You have to change for yourself. And I felt like in that moment when I had somebody tell me that, if they're not willing to change, you have to make the change for yourself and not allow that person back into your life, and not allow the toxic energy to start to manifest in you. You'd be surprised how powerful energy is, and negative energy can get into your life if you allow it. So when you have a person that says, I'm never going to change, and they're never going to change, talking about people, ripping people down, hurting people, emotionally and mentally, that is not who you want to be in contact with. At least I don't. And this does include friends and family. No one's going to be left out. It's up to you to choose who you want to be around. I can love you from a distance, but you don't have to be in my actual space, because my space is sacred to me. When someone shows you who they are the first time, you have to believe them, because they're never going to change. And again, if they're not willing to do it, you have to be willing to change for yourself. If it's a friend you have for years, think about the energy that you've lost dealing with them, even family. Sometimes when they leave the room, you're like, oh my God, that was draining. Oh, if you have a person in your life that drains you after having a conversation, after hanging out with them, and after being with them for a certain period of time, that person is toxic, very draining. Run. Guys, I promised to do videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I will see you guys soon. Until my next one, peace and love.